why you won't have to track calories forever. Okay, let's get stuck in. Welcome to my channel, guys. Before we kickstart this title topic, make sure you follow up YouTube, Insta, TikTok. You can see it right there as well. So the one thing that my clients always ask me when we start getting into calorie restriction, calorie tracking, is they give me this sad look in their eye, yeah, and they go, so am I gonna have to track forever if I want to stay lean? And I smile, I give them a smile and I go, no, because the answer is actually no. You don't have to track forever, okay? I'm going to run through an array of reasons why you don't need to. Hopefully, you understand that is necessary, but it's not going to be for life if you want to stay lean and in shape. So, even if you don't have to track forever, you do still need to count calories consistently, accurately, and diligently for about a year or maybe even two. Some people can do it in 6 months consistently, but yeah. And it's necessary so that you can understand nutrition to a certain level where you can navigate the amount of calories you need to eat in order to maintain that lean range of weight your body looks great in. Okay, does that make sense? So, tracking calories is not a life sentence. You don't have to weigh every grain of rice or scan every barcode onto your oat and grade just to stay lean. Tracking is a tool, not a permanent lifestyle. I want you to think of it like stabilizers on a bike, okay? Use them to learn balance and how to ride a bike. But if you're still rolling around with them at 35 years old, we've got bigger problems, okay? So, why don't you need to track forever? Reason number one, calorie awareness sticks. When you spend a period of time weighing your food, tracking your macros, logging your calories, you're going to start to see food differently. Suddenly you know that a tablespoon of peanut butter is not just a tablespoon, it's 100 calories, okay? That can turn into 250 if you scoop a little bit too heavy-handed. You're going to learn quickly that oil isn't just a splash, it's a calorie bomb. And that knowledge sticks. Even when you stop tracking, you're not longer blind to what's on your plate. Make sense? Reason number two, your diet doesn't need to be complicated. Most people realistically eat the same 15 to 20 foods on repeat. Now, once you track those a few times, you kind of already know the calories off by heart. Chicken breast, you know it. A particular rice portion that you have, you know it. Eggs, whether they're large or medium size, that's easy. You know it. Think of it like this. Once you've done the homework and the revision over and over and over again, you're going to get to a point where you have the answers to all the questions in your head. You'll reach a level where you've memorized the regular foods you eat. Just like that. Reason number three, hunger cues. Now here's something tracking teaches you indirectly. How much food it actually takes to feel full versus stuffed. When you diet, you learn to tell the difference between I'm genuinely hungry and I'm just bored. That's huge. So many people bored eat. So many people just eat because they're bored. Ugh. Now, look, if you eat mostly high protein, high satiating foods, your body's going to naturally self regulate. At that point, you don't need MyFitnessPal to tell you to keep your stomach in check. It just does its job by itself. Now, I'm going to let you know a little secret, okay? Come closer. The last two times I either cut or bulked, I didn't have to track it numerically once. My stomach was the tracker itself. I knew when I ate more or less during the day because I felt fuller or hungrier during certain parts of the day I otherwise wouldn't. Now, why it's important for you to drill that diligence of tracking over a year or two is to actively reprogram your mind and body to adjust to that new maintenance calories you will need in order to keep that lean appearance you like so much. Make sense? All of my online clients during their weekly check-in questionnaire in the first 3 to 4 weeks, whenever they're answering the hunger level questions, almost always number it between 6 to 9, which indicates that they're starving. Now that's normal, as your body isn't used to this lower level of energy consumption. However, by week 5 or 6 or even 7, the numbers begin to drop as their mind and body start self-regulating to adapting to that new caloric intake levels that they've been given. That self-regulation will need to be held up for a long period before your body fully adjusts to the extent where it's the new normal, even without any form of tracking, like me and many others. Reason number 4, lifestyle integration. Now, when you first start dieting, you'll probably underestimate calories in social settings. Drinks, meals out, snacks. Tracking for a while teaches you how to navigate those without spiraling. You start making better choices automatically. Maybe you grab a grilled option instead of something fried, or you go for a regular latte instead of the 600 calorie frappuccino topped with cream and regret. Once those habits become second nature, tracking won't even be needed. Now, does this mean tracking is pointless? Absolutely not. It's a very incredible tool, especially at the start. It teaches discipline, awareness, and accountability. But here's the truth. If your plan requires you to track every calorie for the rest of your life, that plan is broken. Sustainability is the name of the game. Although at times tracking will be needed for certain periods, like to bulk or cut, outside of that, I'm sure you want to eat intuitively without whipping out a scale every meal forever. Think about it. Nobody got lean and stay lean just because MyFitnessPal gave them a gold star for hitting their targets. They got lean because the act of tracking changed their habits. That is the real win. Changing your habits to accommodate physique you desire over a long period of time. And if you ever feel yourself drifting, tracking is always there. Just lock in for 3 months or so and you're going to be fine. So remember this, you don't need to track calories forever just to stay lean. You just need to learn from the process. Apply the lessons and let your habits carry the weight, because really the goal is never to be the best food blogger. The goal is to get lean and stay lean. Now, if I've shed light on your question, however, you still want a helping hand with accountability and accuracy in regards to nutrition, then please hit my link tree in the bio. Enjoy my online coaching. Act fast. I know you're ready for change. If you got to the end, thank you for watching. Again, like and subscribe. Thank you.